Hi all, Adebola Jao, author of Empowered Woman. So I promised that I was going to come on and do a bunch of empowerment series. It's going to go deeper into the principles that I discussed in this book. So I thought this month of June, I will dig deeper into the different definitions of empowerment. At the beginning of this book, I wanted to lay the foundation for this whole idea of who's an empowered woman. So there are a number of definitions, and I thought I would go through and just really dissect and break down these definitions. And as you will see over the next so many videos, the principles that are touched on in these definitions are recurring throughout this book. So I think it's a great foundation. So to start off, I'm going to do a brief introduction of myself. Many of you may not know me. I am a wife, mother, professional woman, and an author. So like many of you, I had a pretty predictable childhood. I grew up in a nuclear family with a mother, father, and 5 children. I was the first of 5 children. And I did my elementary, middle, and high school in Nigeria. Then I moved abroad to go do my advanced levels, and I came to the US to do my college education and graduate school. So my life was pretty predictable. It was very structured. I had no real challenge, and I just kind of went through the motion, just like everything was in place for me. Mostly what I had to do was do well in school and excel academically, which I did. Fast forward so many years after being married and having 3 children, and I reached 40 years of age. When I turned 40, it was a turning point for me, because at 40, I started to ask myself questions about what my next level would be. I honestly did not know what my next level is, and I did not know how to navigate to that next level. I knew that I was feeling stagnant in my professional life and my financial life. So I started to dig deeper within myself. I started to reflect, and this reflection really took a couple of years, where I would reflect on my passion, my desires, things I love to do, what was I good at, what did I enjoy doing, what are the skill sets that I have, and how could I harness all of this into something that was next for me and use that thing to be of service to others. So after so much reflection, kind of pieces kind of started coming together. I started to realize that I enjoy writing. I've always wanted to be an author. I also realized that I have this emotional intelligence, so I can read people's feelings. I'm in touch with my feelings. I can navigate people's emotions. And I like to advise people. I like to listen to people. I like to advise people. I like to give directions. I call it kind of having that old time wisdom. So this gift started coming together, and as I was navigating all of this, I also realized that there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot I could do with my gift, but I needed tools, practical tools, to move to that next level. And I was actually really afraid of what it was gonna take for me to get to that next level. Since I always wanted to be an author, I thought, I'm going through this challenge. There's probably thousands of other women that are also going through this, that are really trying to figure this out and feeling like they've done everything they're supposed to do, but yet there's this feeling of there's more that I can do, and there's more that I can give to the world, and there's a bigger impact that I can have. So through navigating all of these challenges and reflection, I came up with these 5 principles, and I decided to put in a book, really to help myself, but in turn to help others. So now that you know a little bit about me, let's dive deep into the first two definitions. One of the things that these definitions embody is also that empowerment is a journey, not a destination. So when I was looking for the title of my book, that little critic within me said, who are you to think that you can write a book about being an empowered woman? You are not Hillary Clinton. You're surely not Michelle Obama. You're definitely not Kamala Harris. Yeah, it's all true because all of these women have reached the pinnacle of their career and they are empowered and they have been empowering to other women. But I realized that through all of these principles, being empowered is not a destination, it's a journey. And it's all the bold, empowering steps that we take along the way that leads us to our final destination, that leads us to fulfilling our potential. So just that, wanted to lay that foundation. So the first definition of empowered woman in my book is that an empowered woman is a visionary woman. She takes control of her life. She creates vision for her future, believes in her abilities, and is determined to achieve her dreams. So that definition is packed. So we need to unpack it because there's a lot in that definition. But the first one is that an empowered woman is a visionary. You have to see where you're going. You have to know where you're going to even reach your potential. But having said that, I have to confess that I don't always know my 5 or 10 year plan. But if I can at least know my 1 year plan and I start to work that plan, I find that I tend to build on my plan. So if I know my 1 year plan and I break it down into steps and I start to act on it and execute it, then I start to see the vision beyond that 1 year plan. And then I can layer on top of that 1 year plan what my 2 year plan is. And as I work that plan, I can see further what my longer term plan is. And I can layer on top of that 2 year plan what my 3 year plan is. So as much as, being a visionary is great, I feel like you can be a visionary seeing your 5-10 year plan. But if you can't do that, that's okay too. You can at least see what your 1 year plan and kind of layer on your 2 year plan and your 3 year plan as you begin to execute each of your plans. So the second part of this definition is that an empowered woman believes in her abilities. Wow. Believing in yourself is one of the biggest secrets of success. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you. When you start to believe in yourself, other people will start to believe in you. When you start to believe in yourself and execute your plans, other people start to see what you're doing and they start to believe in you. So instead of waiting for other people to invite us along, we have to start thinking, how do I create my own path? How do I create my own future? How do I create my own goals? How do I execute that? I'm tired of waiting for people to invite me. I'm tired of waiting for someone to invite me to the party. I'm going to create the party. And that's really what believing in yourself is all about. It's not easy. Believing in yourself is not easy, but it's something we need to practice over time. And as we practice it, it's like flexing that belief muscle. And as we practice it, we would get better at it. Our confidence grows as we flex our courage muscles and we believe in ourselves and we act in spite of fear. I don't want to jump too much ahead, but all of these principles all fit together. When we believe in ourselves, we are committed to our goals, we're committed to our future, we're committed to our success, and we are more likely to achieve our dreams. So that's the first definition. I hope that I have unpacked some of the details within that definition, and I look forward to the next video where I'm going to talk about the second definition and we're going to unpack that one too. But until then, enjoy the rest of your week.